Hello friends, welcome back to another product demo from Silicon Craftsman, the product and user experience guild at Near. First, I want to apologize for having completely disappeared from the face of the earth. As you may be able to tell, I am in a new house, so the plants and whatever was behind me before, it's gone. And I've got my bags ready to go because I'm also attending ETH Denver in a couple of days. So it's been some hectic few days. However, I was ranking all the content, trying to find a way to provide the most value for the community, and I think I found the one. Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, get ready because today we are going viral. I recently came across the Twitter Tipping Dapplet. First of all, I want to acknowledge that this project is amazing and they actually tipped us when we were doing the Near Misfits project. I didn't actually get around to collecting the tips back then. I didn't have time to look into it. But I have done my research now, and we are ready to start spreading Near love all over Twitter. So with today's video, we're going to learn how the Tipping Dapplet works. As usual, there will be timestamps down below if you want to just skip around. First, I always like to start with what problem are we trying to solve? Why are we looking into Twitter Tipping Dapplets right now? The first problem is really simple. Twitter Dapplet is an excellent way to enable community managers or projects or basically anyone with a few extra funds to engage on Twitter. What better way to show support for someone or to get attention than to giving somebody real Near? I really can't think of a better way to engage with your audience, with your customer, with potential partners to gain some new followers than to splash out some Near. So if you're a community manager, having a tipping bot loaded with funds to reward your community is probably an amazing idea. However, I like the second problem that we're trying to solve, and that is, how do we continue to capture the attention of the crypto world in general and of mainstream? So for instance, say you're scrolling on your Twitter feed and you identify an artist and they're complaining about NFT costs somewhere else, or you identify someone complaining about whatever the case may be. If you think that Web3 would be a good fit for them, if you think that they could build their products with us, what better way to send them some tips, capture their attention, and then get them started? At heart, this for me is an onboarding project. I discovered some Near on my wallets that I want to disperse into the community. And it's going to be a fascinating experiment to see what the conversion rate is. Out of all the Near that I tip around, how many people claim it, how many people were previous Near users, how many people are new Near users, how many people are converted themselves, not just into being a Near user, which I'd say having a Near wallet, but how many actually load up some Near in their own wallets in what I'd hope to be a reaction chain of people rewarding quality content on Twitter. So we've got the two use cases. The first one, community managers and rewarding communities. The second one, onboarding people into the ecosystem, getting people's attention. On that second point, one of the things that I really like, and this is very similar to the tipping bot that we had on Telegram a few months ago, is that by being able to tip someone on Twitter directly with cryptocurrency, you're saying something really powerful without really saying it. And that is the power of the Near blockchain, how fast it is, how cheap, how flexible it is to build applications. We really want to encourage people to think big about all the things that can be built with technology such as Near and get them excited about the future. So without further ado, let's jump right in. When I said that I did research, take it with a grain of salt. I've clearly been very busy with moving houses and going overseas. Looks like the Tipping Dapplet is affiliated with Project Dapplets. They have just received a second grant from the Near Foundation, and they're doing a lot of work. They actually have a range of dApps that can be used by anyone. It seems to be like core infrastructure, reusable components. I actually really like some of the work that they're doing. There is an NFT Dapplet as well that we may cover in the future. The Tipping Dapplet, specifically for Twitter, was entered into the most recent meta build hackathon by Near. There is some really good documentation on how to create Dapplets on Near. I really like this because not only does it give me some validation, it builds a minimum trust to use a new application from developers that I don't know, but also I really like projects, especially during the early stages of an ecosystem, that they provide value back to the ecosystem. So we can see that they've built tutorials on how to build similar Dapplets. I'll put the link down in the notes if you are a developer. And they also have a really interesting dashboard. So we can see that this is just getting started. I am showing the dashboard mostly for historical purposes. Let's see how many users can we get up to. I reckon we can get to 1,000 users. Woo! Now, the most interesting thing about the statistics to me is that there has been a total of 84 near gifted, but there are 32.86 unclaimed near. So remember what I was saying about the conversion rates? This doesn't look very good. Let's see what we can learn and improve from this lesson. There are a few additional notes of the lessons that the team have learned during Hackathon. I'll link that in the show notes below if that is of interest to you. So what we'll do today is on the left-hand side, I'm going to have the instructions on how to get this tipping bot going. This is directly from the GitHub, which will also be linked down below. And I'm going to go step by step doing it because I haven't done this before myself. So the first thing that we need to know is that the Twitter Tipping Dapplet is part of the Dapplet's browser extension, which once connected to your Twitter account enables you to send tips to any user on Twitter and to receive tweets from other users. One of the cool things about Near that this app is leveraging is that you can send tips to anyone even before they have installed the tipping bot, and they can redeem the tips once they actually create a Near wallet and join the tipping bot. So as far as onboarding, it is smooth. The tipping bot does have a fee. It charges 3% from all your tips, which I think it's reasonable. The Dapplet is also designed to work on a Chromium browser. So that would be Chrome. Today I will be using Brave. Firefox will probably also work. There is a video tutorial which will not be nearly as fun as this video, but that I will link in the comment section below. And then finally, the GitHub also has step-by-step instructions. So if you can't be bothered watching the rest of the video, go put some music on. I'll link these instructions. So first we're going to open the Google Chrome browser. I've got Brave here on my right. You have to download the browser extension. I'm guessing it's by clicking here. I really hope this is not a rug. So we've downloaded the zip file. Step 3 would be open Chrome extensions on Brave. That would be menu. Step 4, switch the developer mode on and press F5 to refresh the page. Developer mode on the top right. Okay. So I dropped the zip file into the screen to install, and then I clicked load unpacked. I'm going to try refreshing and then come back. I'm just going to shut down Brave and start it again. And we are back after a little bit of troubleshooting and a snack. I think I figured out what was wrong. So I actually went to YouTube and saw the original tipping and Twitter instructions, and I think it worked it out. So if I tried to use the Tipping Dapplet on the original Brave settings, it doesn't work. But if I go to Twitter, which is where it is meant to be working, it does work. So just to recap what I did while I was not recording, you click on the extensions icon, pin the Dapplets tab, and then it will be added to our menu. And then by clicking on the Dapplets, we just go to find Tipping Near Dapplet, activate it. Cool, so that has been activated. If you go to your profile, now there is an amazing new link at the very top, which is a Near link button. I'm going to click it and connect my Near wallet. So I have just connected my Near wallet. Select. While this connects, I'll very briefly go through the instructions. We clicked on the extension. We found the Tipping Dapplet and turned it on. First, I can show you the number of Near tokens that were donated to you. Unfortunately, I did not have any Near donated to me yet. The second icon shows us our Twitter account, which we have now connected. Connections, instructions on how to connect the wallet, step by step. Accepting donated tokens. Now, this is the bit that I'm interested in because we're going to start a frenzy. Donating tokens to other users. Look at the new icon that is now displayed next to any tweet, yours or any other users. Yes, sir, I can see it. Slightly confusing because I'm using Brave server. We've got 2 tipping functions, one using Brave, no bueno, and then we've got the Near tipping button. Yay! The icon has 2 functions, displaying the number of Near tokens you were given or that you yourself will have donated. Number 2, donating Near tokens to a tweet. Every click on the button increases the total donation by 0.05 near. The transaction has a delay, which allows you to click several times to increase the donation. You can try sending yourself some tokens to see how it works. Choose one of your own tweets and donate a few tokens to yourself. Let's get crazy, tipping people. Okay, so we've got 2 tweets that I like. I'm going to do this one 2 minutes ago from Marko Marinovic.eth. I like that he's .eth. Okay, so it seems like, unfortunately, the tipping bot that automatically tweets to let people know that they have received funds is not working. So what I'll do is I'll find a community legend that I really rin, and I will send her a tip. And then I will leave a comment myself. And what we'll do is we'll kickstart this party with this video. Anyone watching this video that follows, likes, comments, retweets will receive a tip. And just make sure that if you are tipping people, let them know in the comment section that you have received a tip and link them this video so they know how to redeem them. What I'll do is I'll take a cheeky screenshot. I will post le screenshot to Awesome. So I'm going to leave a Tareem saying, you've been featured in my latest YouTube video and received a tip for 0.5 near using the Dapplet project tipping app. I know there's a specific Twitter account for that, but yellow. Stay tuned for instructions on how to redeem. While I could have sent her the blog post or the GitHub or the other original YouTube tutorial, I want her to just see mine. I'm going to wrap it up now and start editing this video so you have a marvelous piece of content to share with all the people that you share tips to. And remember, if you are a community manager or a project running on Near and you believe that you could have a really good impact or influence in the community, especially onboarding new people, perhaps, maybe even, I would suggest you consider applying for a grant of some sort. Perhaps the marketing DAO where I happen to sit would be willing to entertain giving you some Near so that you can preload your account and then be super trigger happy with tipping on Twitter. The last thing I want to mention, because this is really important, is I don't make as many videos as I'd like to, but sometimes there is a threat. One of the threads is DeFi and becoming a gigabillionaire. And the other thread is adoption. So one of my previous videos, which you may have seen, is about Myriad Social. And you may recall that Myriad Social has actually a similar type of tipping for social media. I'm going to say for this video is that this is obviously a very simple hack for tipping online. It's not the smoothest of experience. I think this is the beginning of a journey to get people excited. Naturally, tipping directly on Twitter has the risk that Twitter can shut you down or the Google Store can shut you down. Myriad really takes it to the next level. So I'm not necessarily choosing this application over Myriad. I just see these as what is the simplest, easiest thing we can do right now to get more people into the Near ecosystem. And then probably very soon, once we're all used to tipping online, we can start escalating to Myriad Social and all its extra features. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe. We will be posting a lot more content from ETH Denver.